It appears that America's favorite TV persona, Wendy Williams, has been admitted into the mental hospital, and her team is trying to hide the details of her real state. In a shocking turn of events, it has been revealed that someone was trying to intentionally ruin Wendy's mind and get her institutionalized. And it seems like we don't need to go far to find out the culprit behind this story because it's nonetheless her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live Channel. So, Wendy's unstable condition and concerning health state has been worrying fans since the moment the troubled TV diva began her divorce process against Kevin Hunter. And while everyone believed that Wendy finally moved on and all her problems with this cheating and leeching ex were in the past, it seems like he found a way to keep slowly destroying her mental health. Amid the recent news about Wendy being hospitalized, one source claimed that Wendy is not feeling better at all after a long treatment, and the nature of her health scare doesn't have anything to do with her physical state. Naturally, many fans are concerned because of the conflicting statements appearing in the media, and it seems like we have finally got the answer to the main question.
I've been trending regarding what the hell is going on with Wendy?
As you may know, Wendy Williams took some time off in order to get back to her feet after the horrible and messy drama that involved her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter. And while we all were thinking that she finally managed to get rid of him, apparently it's not what he wants. And as you may guess, Kevin reappeared in her life with his revenge because there's speculation that he may be behind her urgent hospitalization. And it seems quite possible because if you remember, Kevin blamed his ex-wife for ruining his life and swore to destroy hers in revenge. So, as you know, Wendy's life was supposed to get better after she had won her final battle against Kevin Hunter for money, but it seemed that her troubles only began to pile after that. Recently, the 58-year-old Wendy Williams show ex-host has canceled her $25,000 speaking engagement at the Atlanta Women's Expo last month, and as a source told the U.S. Sun that there had been questions about if Wendy was well enough to make the appearance at the expo, adding that there was pushing by some to get her to Atlanta and to put her on that stage. As the anonymous source claimed, Wendy's ability to perform has been rocky at best. She can put together a sentence one day, but not the next. There have been serious questions recently about if she will ever get better. But when Williams' rep confirmed to the media that the TV diva would not be attending Atlanta Women's Expo, he did not provide any reasoning for the cancellation. A source said her family is aware she's been hospitalized, but they don't have all the details about what happened. First, her rep was trying to hide the fact that Wendy is feeling worse and even denied all rumors, firmly telling the media, "I can confirm that Wendy Williams is not in the hospital, as reported. I can also confirm she is not in New York, as reported." However, later, it was confirmed by her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., that Wendy was hospitalized, and still, no details about the nature of her health scare were shared to the public. Kevin Jr. wasn't even aware of his mom's state until the moment one of the attorneys from Wendy's team contacted him to ask to sign some papers. Anyway, no one revealed what kind of facility Wendy has been admitted to, and the only we know for sure is that the statement from one source saying, "All I know is she is in the hospital right now, and it's not rehab. I don't know which hospital." Now, the story gets even more sinister as speculations about Wendy being admitted into a mental hospital are filling the social media, and everything points to her sneaky ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, playing a huge role in sending her there. Well, apparently, the battle with Wendy is not over for him, and after losing his alimony case in court, he decided to proceed to more menacing actions. Kevin has repeatedly said in his after-divorce interviews that Wendy is in need of medical treatment.
And some sort of department to deal with any kind of crisis or any kind of help.
And while he tried to pretend being only concerned for his ex-wife, in fact, he was working on the plan to send her away for good. Well, if you knew the full story between these two, you would never believe that a man like Kevin is filled with good intentions, considering that Wendy was financially supporting him for decades, and in fact, she was the breadwinner in the family. Kevin feels bitter to lose such an easy income. Even after his nasty cheating and fathering a child out of wedlock, Wendy was generous enough to agree to pay him alimony, which he received every single month, and let me tell you, it was a huge chunk of money to live a poverty-free life. But if you followed this story, you already know that no amount of payment was enough to saturate Kevin's appetites, and most importantly, not enough money could ever be enough for his mistress, Sharina Hudson. And even Wendy herself once admitted during her show that she has always known where all her money goes.
Welcome to Hot Topics, Sharina Hudson. Getting out of my car with my money.
Sharina Hudson had certainly developed a thing for luxury, but the thing is, she didn't seem to earn enough to match her appetites. So she found Kevin, who was ready to sponsor all her caprices using his then-wife money. And if you ask me, that was a gorgeous life these two were having while Wendy was working. With Wendy's money, Sharina managed to open several businesses, enrolled into massage school, and even updated her wardrobe with designer outfits and accessories. So Kevin and Sharina were living large behind Wendy's back. So no wonder when he crossed the line and fathered a baby with his mistress, the TV host decided she finally had enough and filed for divorce from her husband of nearly 22 years. And to Kevin's sheer astonishment, the divorce went smoothly. Wendy agreed to send him alimony checks, and the couple of these leeches thought they were settled for life. However, in a crazy turn of events, Ms. Wendy lost control over finances, and her financial advisor cut off the alimony payment, leaving Kevin and Sharina with nothing. So instead of leaving his ex-wife alone, Kevin decided to take her to court and demanded that her guardian makes the payments as it was required. Kevin spent a lot of his money and time trying to get another dime from Wendy, but everything was pointless. In his filing, Kevin tried to persuade the court that he 100% depended on these payments, which were agreed to in their marital settlement agreement to live. I have fallen behind on most of my bills. I currently live in a community that requires payments to the homeowners association, and I'm behind on that bill. In addition, he added that everything in his life was falling apart, and he couldn't even pay the basic bills. When these statements to the court surfaced on the media, Kevin made himself a standing joke all over the internet, and everyone learned that he was nothing without his wife. He basically admitted that he was a pathetic loser, and I guess no one will forget him saying things like, "My car insurance hasn't been paid as a result of not receiving monthly severance payments. I'm behind on credit card payments because I have no money since the severance payments were suspended." But the judge wasn't touched by Kevin's tears and found his claims for Wendy's fortune not emergent. Apparently, such a decision infuriated Hunter, and he attempted to get more and more cash from his ex-wife by other means, like threatening. Nothing worked, and Kevin was so sad seeing Wendy moving on and even openly discussing the problems of their marriage.
I've known that Kevin is a serial cheat. The first time I found out was while I was pregnant with our son on bed rest.
I guess Kevin didn't like their dirty linen being aired in the public because Wendy's words only portrayed him in the bad light. And while there was little he could do at that time because of his lack of influence without Wendy by his side, he was waiting for his moment to attack. And I don't know about you, but it doesn't look like a coincidence that Wendy's life turned upside down after she decided to publicly shed more light on Kevin's atrocities. Plus, the absence of money created a huge crack in Kevin and Sharina's relationship, and there were even rumors that she was leaving him because he was a bad provider. Well, with everything coming at him at once, Hunter didn't find anything better than to blame his ex-wife for these troubles, and he swore to ruin her in return. It seems like Kevin's threat came true because how else would you explain everything that's going on with Wendy? Clearly, there is someone in her current circle who doesn't wish her well, and maybe there's even a culprit in her team hired by Kevin that wants to prevent Miss Wendy from getting better. And some fans truly wish someone to take good care of Wendy, whether it's going to be her son or her brother. He definitely needs protection from all ill influence that she has been under for many years, and she needs to be out of the spotlight. As one person wrote, "Sure, how would love to see Wendy Williams back on television. If it has something to do with her health, and I say, no, take care of your mom, Kevin. Keep the vultures away." And another user added, "Any judge awarding him alimony ought to be sued. No man deserves alimony, let alone a cheater who wrecked her life and wants her to support a new young lady and their family. No normal judge would do that. He wrecked her livelihood and still wants to be supported. She deserves damages herself." If you look closer at the situation with Wendy, everything became even worse for her after she had won that alimony case. Many people believe that it's Kevin revenge, and it's a matter of pride for him to get the last laugh and emerge a winner in this war with ex-wife. So he might have used the rest of his power to make sure that Wendy will humiliated the same way as he was. You must have seen the crazy headlines suggesting that Wendy is having troubles with alcohol again, or about her strange behavior and actions in the public. In general, it all looked quite sad, but it seems like Wendy didn't even realize in most of the times that she was embarrassing herself. Since the start of this year, the troubled TV diva has been repeatedly caught on cameras in some embarrassing situations, like when she was clinging to the cars to make her way, being completely drunk in a bar, and trying to talk to other guests. And I guess the saddest part of her current state is that her team pushed her to work more, even seeing that Wendy has been spaced out most of the time. Her brother Tommy slammed her production team for doing this to his sister.
Very upset, very disappointed, naturally. Really, this shouldn't be happening. It's crazy right now.
According to Tommy, he hasn't expected to see his sister in such a pitiful state. As he said, the family time in Florida turned out to become a shooting for some upcoming show that Wendy is allegedly working for. Tommy slammed the production crew's attendant, saying that having several cameras placed in his personal space was not something he enjoyed. But so far, we hear only promises and no real dates when anything featuring Wendy is going to be aired. It looks like there's no show or podcast at all, and everything that her team tries to do is to aggravate Wendy's condition. Tommy has already noticed that his sister looks spaced out and doesn't really understand what's going on, which only adds to the rumors that the TV diva was placed in a mental facility.
Then why are you even here? Do you see the condition that she's in? Does it look like she's ready to start a podcast, for goodness sake? It doesn't.
As many other people, Tommy was thinking that Wendy was getting better, and her first live appearance in Atlanta Women's Expo was highly anticipated by many of her fans. However, her team canceled everything last minute, and Wendy was admitted into some secret facility, with rumors swirling around that she is now in a mental hospital, and it's Kevin, who by all his previous actions, threats, and courts, made her like this.
Fine. Perfect.
Try to get a little bit. The other ones have like dogs.
It's hard to deny Kevin Hunter's impact on Wendy's current state because she has spent 25 years of her life loving him and forgiving him everything. However, he did her dirty first by cheating with another woman, then deciding to live a double life and keeping a mistress for 15 years. And even after their divorce, Kevin couldn't retreat with dignity after being left with nothing. He kept pushing, proving that he never loved Wendy and everything he needed from her was only her money. And as he himself said, he is used to always get everything he wanted, and if something was taken away from him, he would eventually take it back.
I'm a hustler, I'm an entrepreneur. Whatever I don't have, whatever is taken away from me that God don't want me to have, I'm gonna get back.
So it seems like Kevin played the main role in this story because he is the only person who would win in case if Wendy is really losing her sanity. Many fans connect him to Wendy's misfortunes because in the past, he was known for causing her many troubles and even dragging her to court over money. As one of my subscribers commented, Wendy needs to get better without the public. She just needs God and her son and family. If you are not going to support her, stay the hell out and away from her. And another user added, no one should let their life let go down the hill for a no-good, unfaithful spouse. He or she doesn't worth it. Yes, it's painful, but do like what Tina Turner did. Well, it seems like Wendy was trusting Kevin Hunter for too long, and this man learned all her weaknesses. That's why I'm not surprised to hear about his damaging impact on Wendy's mind and health. The call of her fortune was too strong for this man, and his motives towards Wendy have never been pure. And what do you reckon? Is Wendy truly in the mental hospital? And does her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, actually have something to do with it? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to know what you're thinking. And in the meantime, check my other videos about the drama between Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and I promise to be back very soon with a new portion of gossip about your favorite celebrities